Welcome back to our renovation project in central Portugal. After a short break visiting family and friends, we get back to the farm and pick up where we left off. We'd hoped that the mixed weather we'd heard about was kind to us, so we held our breath as we turned into the gateway. How good is it to be back?
Very. Bleeps.
The sun is shining, we have a nice blue sky.
Just trying to figure out how to turn that particular car into the driveway.
Yeah. And do the first panorama.
Whilst we've had a lot of growth, it hasn't gone mad, which is rather lovely. Still needs a cut, but it's looked after itself very well, I think. First impressions anyway. So Janie, what are your first impressions?
Oh wow, it's so nice to see everything looking so nice and green. Been down here to the mound just to check out whether there are evident signs of any wild boar, but there doesn't seem to be so far, which is good. So the place hasn't been chewed up. Mind you, it might be underneath all the growth here, but you never know.
But there's no big holes, no obvious big holes?
No, it all looks fine. Can we just have a wander down here near the apple tree? But, doesn't look any more mushed up than it was before. Brilliant. And the apple trees that we pruned are looking quite nice, and well, there's still some signs of life, which is good.
So, what do you think the priorities are now we're here?
Where to start? There's so much to do. There's obviously a load of the olive trees that we didn't prune last year need pruning.
Are they urgent? Are they due quickly?
Well, we can start doing some now, we can start doing some in the next visit. So it's going to be a progressive thing. We're not going to get them all done this time, I don't think.
Okay.
But it's a good season to do it. And there's some really big ones that could do with being, given a very big haircut.
But so, I guess strimming
obviously down here.
Trimming everything down here is a good one.
Pruning that fig tree that's hiding behind that tree there. And
okay, so the one fig tree there, we've got the big one over there.
Massive one over there.
And that smaller one there.
There's one there which, we should be able to get at if I cut down the canache.
So the canache have got to go as well?
Well, yes. We'll cut down most of it, as much of it as
we can get to. Okay.
Yeah. So that's in the land, and then I'm going to go and I might get around to finally tagging the other half of the trees.
So you got the tags.
I've got the tags now. So if I've got a bored day, I might go and do that.
Yep.
The stuff I've dug in the ditch, not in the ditch, in the trench, the water trench. All the earth that was nice and level, well, because it's rained, it's dropped about a foot. Yeah. So there's a lot more that needs to go in there. But that's an ongoing thing.
And meanwhile, I'll be sorting out the roof.
Rebuild the roof in the utility room. Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not much then.
Yeah, keep us busy.
Well, still kept it nice and clear. bushy this one's got. Oh yeah. Love that.
So we've just been to the timber yard to check on our metal post bases, and wonder of wonders, they apparently only arrived yesterday. Woo! We have the equipment.
And a borrowed car that we don't know quite how to get in and out of.
Perfect, we can get on with stuff now.
%57. That's pretty good to have kept all of that. So it takes a bit of the pressure off for the getting the solar panels lifted, and whilst we're not staying here overnight, we don't have the same pressure on power consumption. So that's nice. Let's take a look at the roof as it was left. Yeah, it looks like the top flap of the tarpaulin has flipped over, but otherwise all seems to be pretty good. There's it's collected a bit of water in the fabric, but that'll come down pretty soon. Yeah, this is what our neighbours had sent us in a photograph, and we can see from there there's a bottom corner is just peeled up. That's the, looks like a couple of stables have pulled up and that's just blown up under the wind, but other than that, looks to be in great shape. Back in the garage, got the timbers ready to carry down for the roof. That's going to be there's the two big uprights, and then the beam and all the rafters all set and ready to go. And swing over here. Those are the roof panels. Again, ready to be carted down. Have to cut them off a bit. They'll be cut off about sort of there to be the right length for the kitchen roof. But then the rest of it I can use on. I'm thinking about doing something with those for the kitchen area of the tiny house, and a bit of a plan around that for making the toilets a bit more useful and bit better connected to the house.
As usual, when I leave the herb bed for any time, the lemon balm is back within seconds and smells absolutely amazing. The borage is growing back as well now, which is good. And of course, the colour lilies have done fantastically. As well as the lemon balm, the other thing that grows back really, really quick is bracken. There's loads of it. So the wall that was lovely and clear needs clearing yet again. And all those shooters that I painstakingly cleared away from the bottom of this olive tree near the dining room are all back again. losing the light now, but the dulcet tones of the strimmer are still going strong. Phil's cleared the whole of the courtyard area. Yeah. And I think he's just doing the last bit down behind the utility room where the solar panels go, before hopefully calling it a night, because I think it's going to get dark pretty soon. Look, all the morning glory's gone to sleep. It's bedtime, obviously.
All the better with some decent safety kit, and these things are brilliant. Look at the state of that.
Thought they was meant to protect you from chainsaws, but
well,
obviously doing the job against strimmers as well.
Well, chainsaw strimmers, it's flying stuff.
Flying stuff.
At shin level.
But those shin pads extraordinaire.
They're great.
You've done a good job, as have you.
But think, all of that would have ended up embedded in there.
Call that a result then, shall we?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
And my relatively paltry contribution this afternoon has been clearing that rather modest pile there. But still, the back wall looks so much better already. And the bracken has been removed.
Oh, nice clean wall.
Well, I've got some great news to report. The pink grapefruit, which had almost died during the summer and then was trying, just to send out a couple of shoots in the autumn. We come back and this is what we find. It's got some lovely new growth on it and looks quite healthy. So fingers crossed it lives to fight another day.
Whilst we were away, I spent a bit of time researching good practice for the solar and decided to buy some isolator switches. These are one for each channel going into the Bluetti and a third one for the EcoFlow. These would make things a bit safer when we're plugging and unplugging the panels, as we've got to do at the moment whilst they're still not in their final resting place. There's an interesting way this is set up. So there is a couple of holes in the back plate. That hole runs through to that, which is the mounting lug for the face plate. You could drill that one out and that one out, and therefore have a screw in either side there. Or there's what looks like a couple of mounting lugs or mounting spaces. Trouble is, to get to those, you've got to remove the whole assembly, which is not ideal. So I think I'm going to have a go, take out those two and try and get them on to the wall that way. So next step is to get the solar panels out of the utility room and lay them up along this wall like we had them before. Ultimately they're going to go up in a few days time, maybe a week or two's time. They're going to go up on that roof when it's built, but they'll go, I'll put 3 of them out here. Probably only need 3, half the bank we had before, because we're not using anything like as much power now. We're not sleeping here this time. So 3 along here. I've got the breakers now fitted into the alongside the utility room, alongside the fuse box. So the cables, I've run them out, and again I've run them out all the way full length, so I can run them out and then double them back. These are long cables, which again temporary, so when we get them up on the roof, that's the permanent, I can cut them to length. But for now I'm just using overlong cables. There's a few losses in the DC cables, but we can live with that, I think. They can come out straight, double back and go into the panels. But next job is to get Jane out and start manoeuvring the bulky panels and get them fitted.
Oh, don't
So
be
I'm
so...
at the top. Stop there.
Who's at the top?
I am.
Okay. I'm going to be so glad when we don't have to do this anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Up on the roof.
Lovely. Last but not least, done. Right. So now, go to the top end, flip the switch, and we're done. So I'm going to use bank 1 on this one. The switches are down on green, which is the off position. So bring my 2 cables in and click and click. Just feed those in behind. I'm going to get some clips to run those around the wall in due course. Can't really hook them over anything at the moment. There we go. That'll hook over there for the bit. Right, get some clips onto there in a bit. But that is now plugged in. Check on the Bluetti, 0 on the PV. Switch it on, and we've got 440. Happy days, we have power.
A closing job on the last trip was to trim some fruit trees near the mound. As ever, we ran out of time, but so there's still work to do here. Especially on this olive tree, so what better place to start? Can you take that one in front of you out without it taking your head with it?
I can't tell from where I'm stood.
The thin one?
This one?
Yeah.
No, it's going to fall straight in my face.
Okay.
Sorry. Not going to work.
No worries.
I mean, that one.
Yeah. That one, yes.
That one?
Yeah, if you bring it back to the knuckle.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant this one.
Well, both have got to go. Pick one.
Smell. Huh?
Oh, maybe yes. Just a bit of help on that end would be to get that end. Just helping getting over here near that tree house. Ultimately, I'd like to bring that whole trunk down to
Can do.
another 2 feet, really.
I will do.
Once you've got that one out of the way. Yeah, once you've got him out of the way.
Love it.
And the little tiddly one. The little tiddly one that's going vertical towards the inside of the tree. Going the wrong direction. Yeah, that one can go. And then this whole horizontal thing, yeah, there, near the trunk. Yeah, that's good. Perfecto.
Right, which one next?
Do you want to do this really dead one here over on the right? Or do you want to keep... Where there's the height that the 2 verticals are coming out at, to make a knuckle there.
Just above, so go
Just
to the
above
left.
the 2 verticals, to the left of the 2 verticals. He's a big lump to come out.
He's a big lump, but he's falling
But
into a
it'll
nice...
go that way, yeah.
Okay, so let's get rid of this one first.
Bit cloudy this morning, but I thought I'd just show you the after effects of last night, or yesterday afternoon's work, should I say, before it went dark, because you probably couldn't see it terribly well. The amount of stuff we've cut down is quite a bit. And the olive tree is now a much nicer shape than it was. Looks pretty bald now, but having seen what happens with all the other ones that we gave a rather savage cut to, feel pretty confident that in the spring it'll get new shoots and look all lively again. Of course, there's still this big guy to do, and that guy over there, and plenty more besides. Oh, also didn't show you the apple trees that we've pruned as well. Well, chopped, should I say. Those are just down the side of the mound. They were crab apples, so not much use this year, but we'll see if they, if being cut back makes them grow bigger apples. Who knows? You never know. Well, that's about it from us for this week. It's been a bit of a strange one, seeing as we've just got back, so there's been lots of wandering around. But next week we'll be back full on with some building, because we're going to be redoing the kitchen roof, the outdoor kitchen roof, for yet another time. Hopefully this is the last time with the proper timbers, with the proper metal bases and the proper metal roof. So, I'm getting plagued by flies here, so good. The fine weather seems to have woken them up again. So on that note, I'm going. Bye.